Okay, so before we talk about the lyrics, first off, we kind of get this sharp sound coming into the pre-chorus, and then everything cuts out. Those little glitchy sounds, the percussion, everything, and we get a very bare bones pre-chorus. Really, all we have are just these sort of ambient synths. They sound, I would use the word heavenly, but they actually sound a little eerie. Like there's something a bit strange and otherworldly to them if you kind of listen to the notes that they're actually hitting. Like that right there. Right there too. That lower synth, the woo. Yeah. So it's tense, it's weird, and then on top of that, it's almost impossible to understand what Amy's saying. She's like, you know, you could say she sounds like she's in another dimension, maybe a cough cough heaven, haha. Yeah, but she's singing in a very beautiful, lovely tone. A lot of reverb, but you can't really understand her. So let's go see what she actually says. So she says, "I alone will this divine, my holy calling." So these are very interesting lyrics. So let's talk about this first line. I alone will this divine. So what this means is that I alone, I will this divine. So using the power of her will, she will bring about divinity. I think it's the nature of this divinity at this stage of the song is a little ambiguous, and what that could mean, we'll see. It could be bringing about the divine within herself or within others, or let's keep going, but just know that something's happened to her in this pre-chorus where now she is, bringing to life this divinity. That was not a pun, by the way. I didn't mean that. That's funny. Then she says, but this is the more important line, I think, is my holy calling. So now we have confirmation. She has found some type of a divine purpose. But we don't know what it is yet, but we'll get to it. But yeah, I think this pre-chorus is like the little sleeper hit of this song. It's kind of, blink and you miss it type of section. It's very important though. I mean, the first half of the song is her, like I said, two interpretations. It's her and then a third party. And I think with that first interpretation, it's her struggling in the first verse with her own sins, her secrets, the animal inside and the fire, and her avoiding her own problems. But then she can't keep doing that. She can't keep holding on to it all. And now we get a pretty significant change with her where now it's like, oh, she's got a holy calling. There's something that's happened. Yeah, this section overall, though, super kind of angelic, but in a little bit of an eerie way. She's going to mention light throughout this song, especially in the chorus. I think that this is that moment. This is the light that she's referring to in the chorus. I don't think this is like the full on rapture, which, I mean, if you know what a rapture is, it's where all of the people of God are brought up into heaven while all of the sinners and degenerates are left down in hell to essentially live in hell on earth. But I don't think that this is necessarily the rapture moment yet, because there's kind of a moment that's pretty conspicuously the rapture moment. But this seems like somewhat of a vision or a calling or something that she's experienced, a life-changing moment that has given her renewed purpose. Honestly, given how short this section is, it's like very intriguing how vital it is to the plot, in my opinion. I mean, this is like what signifies the change between her in the first verse and her in the chorus. And really, this section is the subject of the chorus, at least the first half of the chorus. So, yeah, like I didn't even know what she said whenever I listened to this song casually. It wasn't until I started doing my notes for the breakdown that I looked at all of the lyrics, and it's just interesting. This is kind of why I like doing these breakdowns too. There's all these things that you might miss, and Yeah, examine your songs closely, guys. If you really like a song, look at the lyrics, go and read them. There might be things that you miss. Go through it section by section. I was doing this before I started doing this show. This show is based on something that I was just doing on my own. I just thought it would be kind of cool to make it like long form content, you know? And this is a perfect example. Like you could just like I said, blink and you miss it. It's a very short section. How long is it? Hold on. This section is roughly 12 seconds. 12 seconds, and it's like almost, it's like vital to the plot. It's like her actually getting the calling, the holy calling for whatever she's going to do in the rest of the song, which we will find out. But yeah, really cool. So with this new holy calling and a sense of renewed purpose, we get the chorus. So I'm going to let that play.